Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting moment with your favorite math teacher, Coach K, and his interesting way of doing things. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Hey, we're going to be talking about area of triangles today. Math objective as a math student, I will be able to calculate the area of a triangle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you should have graphic organizer number 1. You're going to be on side 2. And again, we want to focus on this right here this time through, because this is part of our reference sheet for the I-STEP test, and this is area of triangles. Right there is what we're going to focus on today, okay? And you have your graphic organizer. Make sure you get it if you don't, and let's get ready to rock and roll on the triangles today. Hey, remember this, that you have a base and a height in a triangle. And the base is always what the triangle sits on, right here. This is the base, right there. It sits on that part, okay? And your height then is how high it is. How tall is the triangle? And sometimes you can find, most of the time you can see the height when it looks like it has a little box in that right-hand corner that looks like a 90-degree angle. And that means that this is your height. When you find that box, that's your height, right? Most of the time. Maybe not always, but most of the time. Also, you should know that the base is what it sits on. So if we had a triangle, like a rectangle, like this would be your base, this would be your base, all right? And later on, you're going to use that when you get into trapezoids. So you got to remember that you can't have two bases. Also, you should be aware of the fact that when you talk about a triangle, it's really half of a rectangle or parallelogram. Right? That's why we use the formula 1/2 times the base times the height. Right? Alright, here we go. Let's get started. Are you ready to get started? Yeah, we are ready to get started. Here we go. Example number 1. Example number 1. Now, in order to get all your points again, you got to show all your work. You got to do everything. Every time we do it, we're going to write A equals 1/2 base times height. Alright, and I like to look at it, this is like an expression, BH, base times height, so make sure you always understand that we are talking about multiplication when you see this. Alright, and if it helps, you can always put a dot for multiplication in there. You have a choice. You can either keep this 1/2, or you can go ahead and you can write it as 0.5. Alright, it's up to you what you do. Again, remember you can use your calculator, and so if you'd rather use 0.5 and it makes it a little easier for you to solve the for the area of the triangle, please feel free to do that. Alright, so here we go. Let's get started. So our base again is right here, 5 3/10. So we got A equals 0.5 times your base, which is 5 3/10, times your height, which is right here, 4 2/10 feet. Alright? And again, you can use your calculator. I'm going to demonstrate this. Remember, if you're an I-STEP and I ask you to demonstrate your work or show your work, this is what you got to do. Alright, so we got 5 3/10 times 5/10 gives us the answer of 15. 5 times 3 is 15. We have a decimal point there. We carry the 1. 25 plus 1 is 26. You got 2 decimal places right there. It goes. All right, right here are the decimal places. There you go. So we got 2 65/100ths times 4 2/10. Again, with your calculator, it's a whole lot quicker than what I'm doing right now. And so we got 2 65/100ths, but remember, you're going to write this down, right? Some of us think that we don't have to, but yeah, you have to. Unfortunately, you have to. Alright, let me make this just a bit smaller here. Alright, and so we have to take 2 65/100ths times 4 2/10, and you'll get 0. 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. We have 12 plus 1 is 13, carry the 1 again, so that's a 5. And we're going to run out of room because I wrote too big. We're done with the 2. We got a 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Put the 2 up there. 24 plus 2 is 26. Write the 2 up here. And we got 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. And I'm going to squeeze that a little bit, and I'm so sorry. So we got We're adding right here. We've got 0 plus 0 is 0, 3 plus 0 is 3, 5 plus 6 is 11. We carry that 1 right there, and 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 added to nothing is 1. And again, we have 1, 2, 3 decimal places, which goes right there. Right there. So our answer for the area is 11 and 130, or you could say 13, and that was feet. Remember, area, we square it. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. First one. That took a while, didn't it? Too much time. All right, here we go. Number 2, again, we're going to write it. A equals 1/2 base times height. Remember, you can change 1/2 to 0 5/10. So let's write it that way. We got 0 5/10, and I'll try to write just a bit smaller, times our base, which is 7 1/10, times the height, which is 6 2/10. Okay, so we got 7 1/10 times 0.5, so we got a total of area equals 355, and we got 2 decimal places times 6 2/10. So you know what, if I estimate that, the answer should be very close to between 18 and 20. Alright, here we go. So we got area equals 3 55 hundredths times 6 2/10. And we got 5 times 2 is 10. We carry the 1. 10 plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And then we cross that out, put a 0. 5 times 6 is 30. We carry the 3. 30 plus 3 is 33. Carry the 3 again. 18 plus 3 is 21. Add that all together, and guess what we get? We get the area of 22 and either 100th or 10,000ths. When you have a 0 at the end like that, you can cross it out, and that is your answer, and it is meters square. Whoops, that doesn't look like a very good square, does it? Nope, but this does. Squared. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Congratulations. Let's keep moving. We got several more examples. Here we go. Number 3. Again, area equals 1/2 base times height. We got area equals, and you can change it to 0 5/10 times your base, 10 1/10 times your height, 5 4/10 inch tall. And right there, you see that little insignia there? That's where your height is located. Dotted line sometimes, that dotted line right there, also indicates your height. Okay, so here we go. We got 10. Man, we're going to run out of room, aren't I? Let's put it right here. 10 and times 10 1/10 times 5 hundredths. So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 1 is 5. We got 2 decimal places, right? So we got 5.05 times 5 4/10. Alright, with your calculator it will be much quicker. With my finger and brain it may take a little longer. But that's alright. There we go. Alright. And 5 times 4 is 20. We carry the 2. 4 times 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 times 5 is 20. Cross out the 4, put a 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 0 plus 2 is 2. And 5 times 5 is 25. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 5 is 7. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2, 5 is 7. And we have 2 added to 0, or nothing, is 2. We have 1, 2, 3 decimal places, and there is our decimal, 27 and 27 hundredths inch square. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Here we go. We got to keep moving. It's taking a little longer than I wanted to, but you know what? That's what happens sometimes. All right. Here we go. Let's go back to example number 4, or go on, I mean. And here we go. Example number 4 again is area equals 1/2 base times height, and you can change that 1/2 to 5/10. So we got 5/10 times 12 2/10 times your height, which is 11.1, and area equals. Alright, so let's take 5/10 times 12 2/10. I'm going to put it over here, and you know what? Running out of space is an issue. So that's a 0. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 10 plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 5 times 1 plus 1 is 6. And we have 2 decimal places. So actually it's 6 and 1/10. You can drop the 0. Times 11 and 1/10. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to write it over here. I think I'm going to have enough space to put all that good writing down. 11 and 1/10 times 6 and 1/10. And 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. How much easier can we make it? And we cross out the 1 and put a 0 down here. And then 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 times 1 is 6. Man, that is a heavy, heavy amount of addition, isn't it? Not really. And 6 plus 1 is 7, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 6 added to nothing is 6. And again, we have 2 decimal places. Right there it goes. Right here, the decimal places. And our answer is 67 and 71 hundredths millimeters squared. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You got it. Here we go. And I apologize for the length of time here that's taken, but that's just the way it goes. Independent tasks, you do the 3. I'll come back. I'll explain. Go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and here we go now. This is going to be a little crazy. So, you know what? Independent tasks. I think what I'm going to do is pause it, and I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm going to show you the work for each one. I'm going to erase it as I go so that I can keep doing them because I'm going to run out of space. And the other side of it is maybe we can just go ahead and you just do the independent tasks. And with your calculator, you can find out whether or not you can come see me and you can show me what you've done, this and the exit ticket. And that way I can see both of your work, okay? Make sure, though, that you demonstrate A equals 1/2 base times height. And show that even though you're using your calculator, you still need to show each of those steps like I did in on the last 4 examples, okay? And then when you're done with this, go to the exit ticket. When you're done with the exit ticket, make sure you show me, okay? And if you want to know, have any questions, or want to know something else about it that I didn't say or that I said that was confusing, please stop and let me know that, okay? Alright, here we go. And let's go on to the exit ticket. Exit ticket, you have 3 questions again. Make sure you show your work. I am not going to go through these with you. I will grade yours when you're done. Bring it to me when you're done, okay? Don't forget, you use that calculator. Alright, see you later. Have a great day, kids. Bye.